Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Greg, and
I'm Kathy.
This is Kathy, and we are here in Zone 8B, just outside of Charleston. Kind of feels like we're in the Amazon right now because of the humidity and the rain.
Rainforest.
We feel like we are in the rainforest. We get rain just about every day, sometimes heavy. Only got a 1/4 inch today, which I think we got 3/4 of an inch yesterday, a little more
than that.
So we've been getting, over about the last week or two, we've gotten 6-7 inches of rain.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good at the beginning because it was making the garden grow really well.
Right.
But now it's starting to, it's knocked over things, and it's starting to
drown, some stuff, I think, because we were in a pretty drought situation.
We were.
I don't think we're in a drought anymore. Water is a good thing. Gardens love water. Too much of a good thing, however, and it starts suffering. And I'll show you a little bit of where I think some of the water is affecting it as we move through.
We've already had to take up some of the tomatoes.
One of the cucumbers. Yeah, and looks like another cucumber.
Lots of strawberries.
Yeah, looks like another cucumber. Maybe some more of the tomatoes are gonna have to go too. So again, I'll show you those as we go through. First off, we are starting to produce, or the plants are starting to produce now. We have, this is like 1 day's worth of cucumbers. We've been getting 10, 12 every day. Okra is also starting to produce.
We're going to put those in the freezer, though, because we're going to make some okra soup.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I had some of that.
Yeah. So we're going to make some okra soup. Right now, they're just starting to produce, so it's not that many. We have enough plants that they should start producing pretty good here before long, and they are looking good. So let's take a walk around and look at the garden and see what's going on. Our garden bed, our little mess bed, it's kind of a combination of everything.
Just to
it's
some pollinators in.
It's loving the water.
Yeah. Like my little sunflowers.
Yeah, sunflowers are starting to look good.
And this one.
Yep. Marigolds, is that marigolds?
Yeah, that's marigolds.
Marigolds are starting to look good.
Yep. And they came up on their own. I didn't plant those.
Yeah, I have some zinnias that are coming.
Yep. Same with zinnias.
You know what the purple flowers are?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Remember, we tried to figure it out and we haven't been able to.
We're not.
There's a lot of. I'm not a flower person.
Yeah, but we have a lot of stuff coming up.
I mean, I just took packets that had different things in it just to kind of, I guess, try to get different pollinators in here.
Tomatoes. Here's our tomato plants by the porch.
Yeah.
This is a black creme. It hasn't produced any tomatoes yet, and it still looks pretty good.
See somebody up there.
I see Miss Lucky. She's got to make her a cameo.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Hey.
You gonna talk to us?
Like, no, I'm gonna turn my back.
You gonna just stand there and be cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And down here I've got a milkweed down here. I'm hoping to I'm hoping to get some butterflies on it, but I don't think it's gonna, I think it's too
have another black creme here. I see one of the knuckles, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that off. We've been trying to keep these from growing too high and get above their stakes.
Yeah, and we haven't done it really since it's been raining so hard.
As far as tomatoes,
that's the one.
This is a nice size one. It's big as my hand. Got another behind it.
I'm hoping it doesn't bust.
Yeah, this one kind of split into two.
I can't remember the name of it.
I think that's what did I call it a while ago? A fasciation?
Yeah, something like that.
Fasciation.
Yeah.
Where it's one bloom splits into two. It's almost like having twins.
We got twin tomatoes.
We got twin tomatoes. But anyway, it's growing. As you get up the bush, they're a little bit smaller, but they're growing. Decent size tomatoes in this bush too. Got some more growing here.
Well, and one thing is, with all the rain that we've been having, this area here normally all the bushes look like this all the way down,
Yeah.
and now we've got them kind of stunted, getting blight,
Yeah.
and
I've already
we're
trimmed
probably
some
gonna
of the
have to
limbs off it, but
take
it looks
both of
like
those up.
probably both of those they're going to have to
Yep.
go. The one here is doing well. It looks good. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm thinking those are going to have to go because I even see on this tomato, it's got a little bit of the brown on it too.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it might have to go.
Yep.
Cucumbers.
That's tomato right there with the
Cucumbers,
brown on it.
They have really done well.
Ooh.
Got some decent sized
see
ones in
this?
here. I need to pick them this evening. I haven't done my evening pick.
Did you see that? It's kind of dead.
Yeah, I was trimming
I know you
cucumbers
trimmed
today,
them earlier.
but I didn't. I was wondering whether I clipped the
Let's go ahead and pull
the
it.
main trunk.
Yeah, let's just pull it.
Okay.
I'm not going to keep nothing that's kind of dead
Yeah.
and might get disease with everything
Yeah,
else.
go ahead and pull that out.
Yeah.
We got plenty more and got more coming. Anyway, the ones on this side, this doing real well. In fact, it's kind of grown above my trellis, and it's already flopping down. But it's been producing a lot of cucumbers. The one that was
I mean, you can
the
see
Space Master.
how that's kind of
Yeah, cucumbers
going
are
away.
starting to
Yeah.
turn. That one
And
looks
even in
okay.
there. Yeah, that one does.
I'm gonna
We'll
hang on
keep
to that one.
But still, these other ones
Yeah.
are just
Yeah, just
Yeah.
toss them and
get rid
we'll
of
get
them.
rid of them. Anyway,
Mm.
this is Space Master. The one that she pulled up was a Space Master. These are the General Bush cucumbers, and they've been producing real well too. Let's see if I had one that was nice and ready. Yep, see one right here. So it's ready. We're gonna start picking those. Didn't do quite as well on this side. Same thing. You had the Space Masters over here. You have a nice cucumber there, and the General Bush here. We do have a couple of ripe cucumbers already. Okay, another one of the tomatoes that seems like it's got a
some
little bit of the blight.
Yep. And we pulled up that one.
Yeah, I pulled up
Right,
this one and the one here.
Yeah.
So I've already removed a couple. This one.
That one might be going next.
Yeah, that one's starting to look
And
pretty
then this
bad.
one over here too.
At the very least, I'm gonna trim that one up.
this.
Yeah, but
That's a lot of
the ones that are
tomatoes.
doing well, they're doing really well. This plant's doing well. That one, little blight going on with this
Yeah.
one. These are doing pretty good. Got lots of tomatoes on those.
Yeah.
And on
And what
that
were
one.
these three right here?
These are the beefsteaks.
And what
On
about
this side?
that one?
That's beefsteak as
Okay.
well. All on this side
The
are
beefsteak
beefsteak.
seems to be doing
Yeah.
pretty well for
Well, it's
us.
putting a lot of fruit on.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing well. Yeah,
And the reason why I
hopefully-
saved the ones that we selected, I'm going to go through and kind of make note on who did the best, so that
Yeah.
way I can make sure
Yeah.
we get them next year too.
Okay. Some of the brandy wines are doing pretty good too. So
Okay.
we'll take a look at that, see how well they end up
Yep.
doing.
Yep.
Uh,
And the sun's coming out.
yeah, sun's coming out.
But look at the bottle brush.
Bottle brush.
It's starting to come alive again.
Yeah, got some.
Yeah.
Got some flowers. So the
And that one's
hummingbirds
getting
have been
ready for
liking
some
that.
more. Oh yeah. Now this one here is when I had the flowers in it, and they're just so much rain.
Yeah.
I guess it just doesn't like it.
Again, too
I mean,
much
that's
of a
as
good
far as they
thing.
go.
It likes to be
Yeah.
some moist soil to get going and get growing, but then too much
that's
and
it.
it just drowns
I mean,
it
it's
out.
been the same for the last, I don't know, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Now this one here, it's got the zinnias, got some black-eyed Susans.
Yep.
And I don't know what these are that kind of come up from everywhere.
The weed flowers.
Yeah.
That's what I call
They're
them.
all over the front yard too. You ought to see them. It's crazy up there. I ought to take you up there.
This one
and the
is full of
zinnias.
zinnias, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I just, you know,
Yeah.
at the
That-
beginning of the year, just take one of these you know, when they're dead, and then just kind of sprinkle them around.
Okay.
That's all you got to do. If you want zinnia or something that will grow easy, get zinnias.
Yeah, and they like the water.
Yeah, and they do.
Done well. They start.
They don't like drought at all.
When they get dry. We actually did have more flowers, but Kathy cut some, and she's got a bouquet in the house. So.
Yeah.
More zinnias here. They're doing well.
And then we got the Italian parsley, and then I've got the
parsley,
lemon basil.
Lemon basil.
It's about time to make some more tea.
Yep.
And the peppers.
Peppers.
See, I told you that's the only one that's really
Our peppers are just sad. We've got one that's actually starting to do something, but the rest
and I
of
even
these,
sprinkled some more seeds around.
the rest of these are just sad. You don't have a better word for it.
They don't like to have wet feet either.
Yeah.
And
the honeysuckle,
the
pink honeysuckle is still growing. It never produced a flower this year.
No.
We're still hoping
but it
it's gonna.
Good, though.
Yeah, we're still hoping it's gonna start in some year here in the near future and produce.
And then here I've got the
cilantro.
That's cilantro.
Yeah.
But right along here, I've got the cinnamon basil.
Oh.
So that's what that is. I just kind of sprinkle it around. What I'm trying to do is with the I want an herb garden, something that I can make teas with, and plus also have some stuff to, you know, put stuff in dinners and stuff like that. That's why I've got the cilantro.
Okay.
But anyway, the cinnamon basil, I hear that's good for teas.
Okay.
So
wonderful.
And I want to make sure it seeds itself and comes back every year. That way I don't have to worry about it.
Another area that's struggling because of the rain is the strawberries. We've had to pull out because they died. How many strawberries are there? Probably half a dozen.
I think it's more than that.
So,
I mean, because here,
out of this bed and the other beds,
two, here, this one's going in, that one's going.
Yeah, that one's struggling.
And then here we've got holy basil and then the chives.
Yeah, and the chives, I've been eating them just about every day.
Yeah,
and they're keeping up with me.
And this is the strawberries. I pulled up more today.
Yeah,
all of this we had
probably
strawberries
lost half a dozen out of just one bed.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep. And then over here I've got the holy basil, and I've got some lavender that's being inundated by the holy basil.
It's hiding.
Yeah.
But the holy basil is what you make most of your tea with.
That's what I make my tea with, yeah. And over here we've got some oregano. The sweet basil's not doing too well, and then this is the dill.
Yeah.
You know, dill doesn't like heat.
Doesn't like the heat.
Normally we get a little butterfly on there.
Yeah, the swallowtail.
Yeah.
Because they like the dill.
Yep.
And usually this time of year,
this is when they're
we kind of sacrifice it to the butterflies just so we can have the swallowtails.
Yep. Anyway.
Blueberry bushes. Big bushes have pretty much done what they're going to do.
That's the newest one, and we've had it for what, 10 years now?
Has it been 10 years?
I don't think it's been 10 years.
This is really the first year it's significantly
since 2012?
produced. Yeah. It hasn't done well, but it's been doing real well this year.
These two are not.
No, they didn't do.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on with them.
Hush up, crow. Not sure whether you could hear the crow, but he's just sitting there kind of hollering at us.
And my green socks, this one is not doing well. I had put, let's see, what did I put? I put columbine and wildflowers in it, and nothing has really come up.
Yeah.
I've had something here. I'm not sure if that's it or not, but that's it. So I don't know what in the world to do with it. I'm thinking it's the soil. I'm going to have to take everything out.
Yeah.
Here I've got the carnations here and the forget-me-nots down here.
Okay.
And they're looking pretty good. I mean, some of them did not come up, but I mean, you see I've got a good many of them in there.
Over here, I don't know whether you saw our video short where the corn got knocked down.
Yeah.
I got kind of creative on how I stood it back up with some strings and posts, and
Looks like
stood
checkered
back
flag.
up. And the corn is ripening. It's kind of struggling because the rain has washed it out the roots so much.
You think we should put some more soil on that to try to keep it going?
I don't think so, because they're mostly the roots are reaching the ground.
Okay.
And these have just got to last a couple more days to fill out the corn, and they should be fine. But we're not going to get a ton of corn off of here, but we'll get enough for the two of us.
It's been knocked down
sure.
So many times already.
So I've stood it up. I had to stand up these last two here again from our storm yesterday because they went falling down again. I don't know if you can see, but there's water laying up in here from the rain this morning, or maybe from the rain yesterday.
And then all of our cucumber wires got knocked down.
Yeah, the cucumber wires got knocked down. I stood them back up. Yep. Cucumbers are doing well. And what I did was drove a piece of PVC down beside it and staked it up with a wire tie. So they should not fall anymore. We'll see.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't mention over at the raised bed, and I'll mention it now. We did have string beans planted in here. We finally got all the string beans out. I think we ended up
7 quarts,
putting up 7 quarts, plus we had we cooked 2 different meals off of them, and really, or 2 different pots off of them, and we ate it twice off of both times. So we got a good bit of string beans off of those. The string beans were hiding these Cherokee purple tomatoes. Now they're in the wide open, so
you had to take one of them out though.
They're starting to grow. We did have to take one of those out because it was drowned and it was going bad. And then right beside here,
there, I've got the.
We thought the cucumbers were. We did a cycle on the planting, so I planted the ones here, and then about 3 to 4 weeks later, I planted these because I figured the first ones would be finishing up before these started producing. But now I think I'm going to get some overlap, so I'm thinking that in the short term we're going to be inundated with cucumbers. So I think Kathy's.
But that's all right. We've got family and we've got neighbors that like the cucumbers.
And Kathy's looking up ways to maybe do some pickles. So
I want dill pickles.
She wants dill pickles. So we're going to try to do. We're going to try to do dill pickles.
Yeah. So here I've got the chamomile for here and here. Normally it goes away in June because it doesn't like heat. And then I've got cosmos. Okay. Because they're orange, so it'd be a lot different than having, you have your
carnation.
What?
Go ahead.
With the chamomile down here, they have more white flowers, and where the cosmos have the orange one. So that way we'll have a difference there.
Okay. And mixed in here with the cucumbers, this is my okra plants. And like I said, they're doing real well. They're getting large. We're getting more okras. So worst problem I did, the mistake I did, I think I should not have put cucumbers in between the 2 rows of okra, because it's getting really crowded in there. Makes it hard to find the cucumbers and hard to find the okra. So
we live and learn.
That's a problem that I'll correct next year.
But the yellow watermelon is still going on, even though it has gotten waterlogged.
It has
big time,
but it's expanded a ton. So I think it kind of likes the water, but it keeps washing it up and moving it around, but it's still making it. We do have more okra here. This is really come off of that, was planted the same time as the okra over there. But I had to transplant them because I thinned them out, and it didn't like the transplanting, and these are way behind the that first set. So even though they're planted the same time, I think they won't start producing until later. So, but I think they'll be okay.
And over here we had planted the yellow watermelon again to try to get some more to come up, but it's waterlogged, nothing in there.
Nothing come up.
I know since our last video, watch out for the ants right there.
I see.
Ants are all over our yard.
Yeah, that's the other thing with the water. It's,
and we had some baby bluebirds in here. Had 4 of them. They all fledged. What, last weekend? What's today? Today is Thursday. Yeah, this
Friday.
past weekend. So, but what I wanted to show you, this is the inside of how we do it. So right there is the blink camera. Okay. So, and it looks straight down, and this is where she builds her nest right here. And it's so neat to be able to watch them come through.
We love it.
Yep. So now she's out, her and the dad are out feeding the babies.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll all come see us again, and then probably this weekend or maybe next weekend.
Maybe.
Or middle of next week.
That was
anyway.
the second fledgling. The first fledglings, they're still coming around. We saw 2 of them earlier today. Yeah. So, take you in here. Let's see.
Kajari melons.
The Kajari melons. Some of these, they kind of stunted and short.
Yeah.
Some of the others, they're growing pretty good. This one in the back, it's growing really well.
But that's 2 plants back there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is 2 plants, but it's 2 plants also right
in
here.
There too. Okay. I know back there we saw a couple. You see one right there.
Yep. One thing I did do.
Yep.
See, there's one that's setting fruit already. And
my goal for this summer is to have at least 2. Last year we had 1.
Last year
just
1.
Let me have 2.
Well,
I like to have more than that.
You've got at least
because
2
they
on
are
the vine.
So good.
Here's another. We got one. Look here, Jeff. I don't know if you've seen this one.
Oh no, I didn't see that when I was walking around today.
There you go. That one's growing pretty good.
Yay! We'll have to keep an eye on it. See if we need to put a bag over it. Because it'll get too heavy after a while and want to fall.
But I know there's some others on here too.
Yeah,
but
there's some
always,
little
to me,
ones.
they're hard to find until they get that size. So,
like right there?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay.
But anyway, they're growing well. They're growing well.
And here's some more of the bottle brush just getting ready to start blooming around.
Yeah, those are just breaking through.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to come around on this side and show the cuckoozy that's you found over here?
Yes.
That's probably the
Let's go
best
around
way.
that way.
Let's walk through the mud.
I'm walking tentatively because there's some areas of the garden that kind of it wants to sink with it.
Yes.
This is our cuckoozy. It's growing. It's a cuckoozy gourd. It's kind of like a squash. We actually have one on the plant. That's the first one that I've seen. There may be more, but it gets kind of thick on top, so it makes it hard to see. So last year we ended up eating 2 off of here, and it was really good. Tastes similar to a zucchini, but in my opinion, it was better.
Well, to me, they are.
Found another one.
You found another one?
I did.
Oh, cool.
Right here.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll stay on. Anyway, from what I understand, if you like zucchini, this is a good way to have them without getting the vine borers in them, because the vine borers don't like them. So we'll see. Again, last year we didn't have a problem with them at all.
Okay. All right, and right next to the cuckoozy, we have our cherry tomatoes. We planted about 8 of these. I can't remember the exact number, but that sounds about right, 8 or 10. Not as big as the other tomato plants. I have had to pull up 1 or 2 of these because of the too much water. But otherwise, they're doing pretty good. I even saw over here where one's actually putting on a little tomato. So another one there. So they are starting to put on the cherry tomatoes, and in all honesty, they'll probably ripen before the big tomatoes that have already been set. So,
well, with it being behind the shed, it doesn't get as much sunlight back here, so that's why they're so far behind.
Yeah, and they were a little behind.
Plus now they're wet.
They were a little behind where I planted those. I planted those a little after the big tomatoes.
Okay.
So, okay. I think that is the main thing. I have a couple of tomatoes and cucumbers back here that I didn't show you, but anyway, that's still more of that new planting. But anyway, I think that's about all we have today.
Wow, that's a bright yellow thing in the sky over there.
Yeah, we see some sunshine. It was getting in my eyes. We need a little more of that, but not too much.
We need it tomorrow because we're wanting to go fishing tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah.
We
were going to go today, but when I was getting my teeth cleaned, all of a sudden thunders just started booming everywhere, so we didn't get to go.
Now we have got to go a few times recently, and we did pretty well. Didn't get any video. We
can't do it with one.
We were going to, and then we got caught up in the fishing and forgot about the filming.
Yep.
So maybe another day.
I think we're going to have to get another GoPro or something.
Yeah.
Or something a little bit better.
Somehow film in multiple locations. Yeah. That's what we see from other people.
Yeah, everyone I see, they have at least 2 GoPros.
Yeah, and we're by no means professionals. So.
No professionals here. We're just trying to figure out gardening. That's all we're trying to do.
That's right. We're learning. We're making a few mistakes here and there, but we're learning in general.
We really are.
Mostly it's produced really well this year, both here and at Mom's.
Just need to quit raining so much.
I'll have to post a video at Mom's because her garden's doing pretty well. Watermelons are really looking good at her place. So.
And you just took some corn off.
Yeah, we just broke some corn there, which that was like a hybrid corn. This that we have here is a Silver Queen, a white corn. And from what I remember from my dad telling me, the regular yellow corns get ready about 2 weeks quicker than the Silver Queen. So that makes sense. So hers is starting to get ready, and now ours should be ready in the next few days.
She's been eating squash.
They've been eating a bunch of squash.
Yeah.
She had string beans as well. She's eating plenty of those. So she's been eating the potatoes that I dug out of the garden and the onions. So she's been doing well.
We'll have to show them on the next video because this is getting too long now.
Yeah.
Where I have the Italian parsley and the lemon basil. Right in the middle of it, there's a potato that's growing up.
And I also,
and that's where we had the potatoes out.
Yeah, and also one in here by the yellow watermelon too. So
we'll have to show you next time. It's getting too far.
Yep.
Getting too close.
All right. Well, we thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody liking, watching, subscribing. Share with your friends if you like what we're doing, and we'll continue to try to produce for you guys. And we will see you next time.
All right. See you later.
Bye.